Hi guys, a man called Peter Hunt, who is a former BBC correspondent and currently commentator on all things royal, explained to Rachel Johnson that King Charles will not have a budget coronation. Some parts may be trimmed, but in essence it will be just as majestic as his mother's was. This is during a cost of living crisis when millions of people, the length and breadth of the United Kingdom, are struggling to feed themselves and their families and to heat their homes. The reason given for the pomp and ceremony: well, he's waited a long time. Have a listen to this.
The royals who have been through a chaotic and tumultuous period, but now settled with King Charles in the throne for the past few months. We're looking forward to the coronation, aren't we, Peter Hunt? And is that going to be a scaled down eco event, or are we going to see something truly majestic?
I think the scaled-down event is for the fairies. I suspect it was placed there by royal officials at a time of recession whereby people might ask about the cost. But I think the idea that King Charles waited 70 years to fulfil his destiny to have a sort of bargain basement coronation is not going to happen. So I think you'll have your pomp. I mean, you may have slightly reduced pomp. You may have, a procession that goes for 1 hour rather than 7 hours, and you may not have, 7 hours in the Abbey, which would be a blessing for everyone there. But I think you will.
And their bladders.
And their bladders. There was a woman in '53 who brought all her sandwiches in her hat and was sharing it out. So I think you'll get that. But yeah, I mean, and then of course, we're talking about the coronation. That we go back to when he started. His key moment, I think we spoke about it, Nick, at the time, was his first speech. That address to the nation, and that he had a lot of important things to do there, because for a constitutional monarchy, that moment of transition is the most potentially dangerous one. It's you want to say, this is me, this is what I'm doing, and he has plenty of critics, and he had to sort of deal with them. So the key things he did was to say, I will be a constitutional monarch, which sounds like blindingly obvious, but he had to stress that, and in stressing it, he had to stress that he wouldn't be meddling, in essence. He made clear that things I used to do, I won't do anymore, and then he had the message for Harry and Meghan that, we continue to love you while you live in the States.
Okay, I just have a couple of questions. The first question maybe is a stupid question. Isn't Charles already king? Why does he need a coronation? When his mother died, he automatically became king. He's referred to as King Charles III. He's already carried out some duties as King Charles III. So why does he need a coronation? I'm not an expert, as you can imagine, but it's a head-scratcher for me. If he's called King Charles III, if he automatically became king, then why does he need a coronation? And the second one, of course, is the cost. Now, his mother's coronation in 1952 cost about 1.5 million pounds. This change, if you were to carry it out today at that price, it would be about 40 million pounds. Now, I don't know if it's going to be 40 million pounds. It could be much more than that. But my second question is, why isn't the royal family covering this? If it's 40 million pounds, Charles could easily dip into his bank account and cover this cost. He inherited hundreds of millions of pounds from his mother. Why is the taxpayer paying for this? I know it's a small amount in respect to the pandemic, Brexit and all other issues, but symbolically, I think it would be a good thing for the royal family to pay for this. During a cost of living crisis, you're going to have people who are shaking and shivering, trying to keep warm while they watch their TV and see a guy sitting on a golden throne while a golden crown is placed upon his head, which has a value that is unmeasurable. What sort of message does that send to people? So, can someone in the comment section please answer me this question? Why is he actually having a coronation, and why isn't he paying for it himself? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.